The United States and Ukraine are currently locked in a delicate dance negotiating a deal with potentially huge consequences. At the heart of the matter are Ukraine's vast, untapped mineral resources. These resources, coveted by many, have become a bargaining chip in the ongoing conflict. The U.S., eager to secure its supply chains, sees an opportunity. In exchange for access to these resources, the U.S. dangles the promise of investment and potential security guarantees. It's a high-stakes game with no clear winner yet. The proposed agreement, still under negotiation, seeks to establish a framework for cooperation. The U.S., heavily reliant on China for many critical minerals, sees this as a chance to diversify. Ukraine, devastated by war and in desperate need of reconstruction, hopes to leverage its natural wealth for a brighter future. But the devil, as always, is in the details. Central to the proposed deal is the Reconstruction Investment Fund. This joint U.S.-Ukraine venture aims to channel future profits from Ukraine's resource extraction back into its own reconstruction. On paper, it sounds like a win-win. Ukraine gets much-needed investment and the U.S. ensures its money is being used effectively. However, several questions remain unanswered. The draft agreement as it stands lacks specifics. There are no concrete figures on the U.S.'s financial contribution to the fund. Furthermore, the deal only covers future projects, leaving existing mines and facilities untouched. This raises concerns about transparency and whether Ukraine is truly getting a fair deal. Negotiations have been, to put it mildly, a bit of a roller coaster. Initial reports suggested Trump demanded a staggering $500 billion for access to Ukraine's resources. This figure was later lowered to $350 billion plus military equipment. Zelensky, on the other hand, has flatly rejected any suggestion of repaying past U.S. aid as part of the deal. The lack of transparency surrounding the financial aspects of the deal is concerning. While the Reconstruction Investment Fund sounds promising, the details remain murky. Without clear figures and commitments, it's difficult to assess whether this deal will truly benefit Ukraine or simply serve U.S. interests. Looming large over this entire deal is the shadow of Russia. While not directly involved in the U.S.-Ukraine negotiations, Russia's presence is impossible to ignore. The ongoing conflict in Ukraine, fueled by Russia's annexation of Crimea and support for separatists, adds another layer of complexity. Ukraine's desire for security guarantees from the U.S. further complicates matters. While the draft agreement mentions U.S. support for Ukraine's security, it offers no concrete promises. The U.S., wary of being drawn into a direct conflict with Russia, treads cautiously. Meanwhile, China observes from the sidelines, its own dependence on critical minerals making it a silent stakeholder in this geopolitical game. The stakes are high and the outcome uncertain. One thing is clear, this deal is about much more than just minerals. It's about geopolitics, security, and the future of Ukraine itself.